This is the night to be here. What a great show they put on last time as the Eddie Partridge Vintage All-Stars are headed up onto the track.
So we see the Vintage Modifies on the racetrack. Your starting lineup will be as follows. In the 7NY, your pole sitter is Sal Accardi. Outside of him, the 34 of Don Howe. Your third place starter, the 96 of John Jasinski, with the fourth place starter being John Cody. Your fifth place starter is the 711 of Don Caratis, with sixth being the 61 of Frank Saladino. Starting seventh, the 2 of James Reed, with eighth being the 44 of Mark Miller. Starting ninth, the 14 of Mike Sirocco, with 10th being the 16 of Rich Auer. And rounding out the field in the X, Pat Hughes.
Man, go ahead.
15 laps to be the distance.
So first time for the 44 on the track here at Riverhead Raceway. Mark Miller, that Falcon body, it's a pretty sleek looking hot rod. Your front runners, man, no traffic ahead of them. With Accardi and Don Howe that will lead us to the green flag right behind them is John Jasinski. John Coates had some pretty decent runs here at Riverhead, been racing all over the Northeast for many years. Some hot laps here for the Eddie Partridge All-Stars. So the number 9, as I was saying, John Coates, that car has over 200 plus wins. In that car alone, the roof is filled with stickers for feature event wins. Had the car since the 80s, raced throughout the New England area, Plainville, Riverside Park, Danbury up in Connecticut, just to name some tracks, and now Riverhead Raceway. There's a front row of Sal Accardi Jr. and Don Howe will be leading us to the green flag. Good field of cars, 11 tonight for the Eddie Partridge Vintage All-Star Modified. It's going green.
The field makes its way to the Newsday Go Zone. Green flags in the air. Accardi with the nose out in front as they down their front straightaway. Now Howe races around his outside. Don Howe looking to take over the race lead. In 3 and 4, coming out of turn 4, Howe will lead this lap. Don Howe to the front.
Past year, we saluted Don Howe for the Wheel-In NASCAR Modified Tour Miller Lite 200. Jasinski putting a little pressure there on Sal Accardi Jr., the 7NY.
Howe, Accardi, and Jasinski pulling away from the rest of the field. There a 3-car breakaway, and then another 3-car breakaway between the 9 of Cody, Caratis, and Saladino.
Saladino there in the 61. That is a street legal modified. He drives that on the street, puts headlights on it. Don Caratis was looking, trying to drive in hard there underneath John Coates, right in front of Saladino. decided to back out. Don Howe with a sizable lead right now. A second and third are going past the lap car there, Pat Hughes, which definitely helps Sal Accardi Jr. 15-lap race. We'll be getting the halfway mark here for Don Howe. Last time these guys were out, they were racing hot and heavy, and a couple of cautions came out.
Yeah, Jasinski was one of the main factors in that. As it was Saladino taking down the win in that one. Don Howe, though, really starting to stretch that race lead out in front.
And that's on our Cromedy Wall of Champions. Don Howe passing that lap car, that 44, Mark Miller. First time that car's been on the track. Last time they couldn't get that Falcon body style modified for the feature. Sharp looking car, man. Everybody being respectable for the leaders, staying to the bottom of the track. 2 to go here for Don Howe.
Howe stretches his advantage out front. As he'll see the white flag, one more lap to go here for the Don Howe. Through the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. And out of turn 4, Don Howe to victory lane. Don Howe wins your Eddie Partridge Vintage All-Stars feature event. Well, as we see Don Howe pull into My Guy Auto Supply Napa victory lane, you met downstairs by Peter Milano.
All right, down here in My Guy Auto Supply Victory Lane, Napa of Riverhead. Getting it done once again. This man is on the Cromedy Wall of Champions. Coming out of the car alert now. Let's hear it for Don Howe. Congratulations, Don, on this win. Here's a drink of water. Let's turn this way. All right, man. What's it mean to you to continue racing here in the Eddie Partridge All-Star Modifieds, the Vintage Modifieds, and taking down the win, man?
It's always fun. It's like, I call this thing my time machine. When I climb through that window, I'm 30 years old again. Yeah, it's fun.
So this car won the last championship at Islip Speedway.
Yes, and here too. Yeah, in '84.
All right, Don. I mean, this year, you know, we celebrated you. We saluted you for the NASCAR Tour Type Modified, well, not Tour Type Modifieds, but the NASCAR Wheel-In Modifieds, Miller Lite 200 this past year. What'd that mean to you?
It was extra special. That was one of the best nights I've ever had at the track. Yeah, it was really special.
It was well-deserved, and on behalf of Riverhead, you deserved it, man. Who do you want to thank?
Corliss Auto Body, and I also have to thank Tony Ferrante for helping me out a little bit this week with a couple things. And then, naturally, Carl Zay is no longer with us, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
All right, Don, thank you so much. Congratulations. Anything else?
I'd also like to thank the fans, too, because that's what makes this place go.
All right, you fans out there, let's hear it for Don Howe. Multi-time champion, Islip, but here at Riverhead Raceway also. He's going to grab a couple of victory lane photos. Coming up next, the main event for tonight, the Oval Speed Unlimited Bubba 150. We're going to be bringing these modifieds out here shortly for a driver's outside the car introduction.